Spreading joy at Parkdale Elementary. Hello again, everybody. My name is Dale Caffey. Proud to be on the campus of Parkdale Elementary in Jennifer Trout's class, where her students have been spreading joy throughout the year. Last fall, you did a project. You have a project this spring. Talk about spreading joy and how this came about.
Honestly, I got the idea from a radio show that does the same thing, and they do random acts of kindness all the time. And so I was lucky enough to loop with my class this year. And I have the exact same class I had last year, so I already knew them really well, and we had extra time. So we decided to start spreading joy in the community and at school and at home and basically wherever they are, so that they can realize that they can make other people's lives better.
Right, they can make a difference in other people's lives. I know you have a big sign outside the door that says, we're going to spread joy. If you have any ideas, let us know. But tell me one of the things you did in the fall.
One thing we did is the kids brainstorm names of Waco businesses, including things like the Kiwanis Club, Lion's Den, Cameron Park Zoo, and once a week we would draw a name and make a big sign for them, thanking them for spreading joy in Waco, and we would deliver it to them. We've also written cards to our Adopt a School sponsors, to sick people that we know, and things like that, just anything that we can do.
And this spring, you're spreading more joy. In fact, I believe the students behind us are working on some joy spreading materials. Why don't you explain what they're doing?
Well, we've decided this semester to focus more on retirement homes, and so we are making placemats for retirement homes. We'll also do it for hospitals, and so they are illustrating them, writing about joy, and then we get them laminated and they go to the home where people can use them repeatedly for their meals.
And they will actually know where they come from, right?
Absolutely, yes. I will hand deliver them, and we always give them a note with the kids' photos and signatures that tell them where it came from and why we're choosing to do this.
Super. We're going to break away from our interview right now and let me talk to some of these wonderful students and see what they're doing at the table, but better yet, talk to them about spreading joy.
Great.
I am pleased to be joined by Marnette Andrade. As you can see, Marnette is busily drawing her placemat. Marnette, thank you for joining me today. Talk to me about being a part of Miss Trout's class and spreading joy and what's so fun about this.
Well, what's fun about it is because I feel happy because everyone's happy, and it's just nice to see everyone's doing happy about themselves.
Right. Doing good things to spread joy to others. That means you're wearing a pretty smile every day. You'd like for other people to wear smiles. What joy do you get out of seeing other people happy?
Well, I just like it because they're all my friends, and it makes them feel better, and it makes me feel better because I done something real good.
Right. How about the businesses that you visited in the fall and the fact that these placemats are going to some homes this spring that will be able to use them and to remember all those great students at Parkdale? How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel great because they remember Parkdale and all their students.
And you are an outstanding student, Marnette. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
I am at a table of 3 more Parkdale students here in Miss Trout's class, and I am joined by Arissa Garcia. Hello, Arissa.
Hello.
Talk to me about spreading joy and the fun that you have in Mrs. Trout's class in spreading joy.
I like spreading joy because when you spread joy, it just makes me happy to know that other people are happy, and it's really fun to do little placemats and cards for everybody else.
Now, Miss Trout told me that she had all of these students last year as 3rd graders and now again this year as 4th graders. Tell me about this class and what fun it is to be in here with the same folks that you were with last year, develop some close friendships, and best yet, you have Miss Trout again. Can you tell me about your class?
Yes, sir. I like this class because I have a wonderful teacher and I have a lot of really, really good friends, and we have 3 students that weren't here last year, and they've become really good friends of mine.
Yeah, they've become part of the family too. You, in essence, have spread joy to them. They help spread joy. Talk to me about what you're doing right now and what you hope that this placemat is used for.
It can be used for anything, mostly for eating, because that's why we're making it, and it's very crowded with joy and smiley faces.
It sure is. You have a bunch of joys written on there, and you are a joy to talk to. Thank you so much, Arissa.
Thank you for coming and interviewing me.
I am so pleased now to be joined by Cameron Taylor, another member of Miss Trout's class, Spreading Joy. Cameron, tell me what you enjoy most about these projects that Miss Trout has you doing to spread joy.
Because most of the time, everywhere, I'm always happy, and I like other people to be happy.
Okay, so I take it when you leave Miss Trout's classroom and you go home for the night or go home for the weekend, what do you do to continue spreading joy?
Because sometimes, when I see people walking across the street, sometimes I like give them hugs and say, ask why they're mad or sad.
So have you ever turned frowns into smiles?
Yeah, sometimes.
Very good. Talk about this project and what you hope your placemat is used for.
I hope my placemat is used for eating food and always remembered. So anytime when people are sad or mad, when they look at these, they'll be happy.
Very good. It says, "We are spreading joy" from Parkdale Elementary. And of course, you have the big word Joy on there. And that's wonderful. Are you a joyful person?
Yes, I am.
I can tell that. You're great to talk to. Cameron Taylor, thank you for what you're doing to spread joy.
You're welcome.
Catherine Kelly is holding up her placemat that clearly says Joy, joy. Hi there. Why don't you tell me about this project and what you like about it?
This project is supposed to bring joy to all the people in Waco, so they will be happy and they will remember to always be happy whenever they look at this.
Tell me about what your class does just to spread joy in the school, because this is a big school and you got a lot of students here that might need a little joy in their lives.
Well, we let other people go by when we're passing another class. We say hello to other people and we help out other people when they've fallen or something like that.
Anytime they need a little bit of help. That's great. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the larger community. When you leave Parkdale in the afternoon, how do you spread joy?
I help my little brother when he's ever doing something, and I make little crafts for my mother. I say hello to everybody. I say hello to a lot of people I meet, and I always let other people go by.
Wow.
I hold the door for people at church and lots of other things that I can't remember.
Catherine Kelly, you're doing a lot to spread joy, and I want to thank you for what you're doing.
You're welcome. It is my pleasure to bring joy to all of Waco.
Maddie Haley is hard at work on her placemat. Maddie, talk to me about what you're drawing.
Well, I'm drawing my own creation of a Powerpuff Girl, and I know that it makes sense to elders because I remember that there's an old term of Powerpuff Girls, and I think that it would spread joy to a lot of people when they see it. And as you can see, it says Powerpuff Joy, and I named her Brittany. And
What does it mean to you to spread joy, and tell me what you get out of it as you go out into the neighborhood and out into your school?
well, it's like when I see people pass by and they're like sad or gloomy, I'll say hi to them and try to cheer them up with something. And what it means is like it feels very good to know that I'm spreading joy to people because, I mean, you always like to see people smile. I mean, you know how it feels to see people smile.
Better to see smiles than tears, right?
That's for sure.
Maddie Haley, has been a wonderful talking to you today, and thank you for what you're doing in Miss Trout's class.
You're welcome.
I am pleased to be joined by Andrew Estrada. Andrew, talk to me about what you like most about spreading joy.
Well, I like it because of I get joy out of it, and other people get joy, and I really like the feeling of it. It's not it's not bad at all. It's really fun.
Now, obviously, we know how the class is spreading joy, especially with these placemats now. But how do you personally try to spread joy when you're on your own, on the weekend, or after school?
I sometimes babysit my mom, or not my mom's, but my aunt's dog, Chio, and he's a little Chihuahua. He sometimes sleeps with me at night. He's nice.
And so you spread joy by sort of taking care of that puppy.
Yes, I take him outside. I feed him. I give him something to drink, and he likes to get on the couch a lot, so I let him.
I bet he wags his tail, right?
Yes, he does a lot.
You know, that's how a dog expresses joy.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Andrew, for what you're doing.
You're welcome.
I'm at a table of 4 more Parkdale students in Miss Trout's class, and I'm with Starla Pryor, about to talk to her about joy. Starla, welcome, and thank you for joining us today. Talk to me about this spreading joy concept that Miss Trout came up with.
Well, we're spreading joy to help other people feel happy in Waco, Texas, to make them feel like that they should be pretty excited. And
What does Starla get out of seeing other people joyful?
well, I like spreading joy because I like seeing other people happy, and I like seeing them smile instead of crying.
And tell me some of the things that you do besides making nice placemats to spread joy.
Well, we're doing where we draw like stores, and we thank them for spreading joy in Waco, Texas, like Toys R Us and stuff.
How about you on the weekends or after school? How do you personally try to spread joy?
Well, I help my little brother. Sometimes if he gets grounded, I'll help him clean up his mess or help him with his homework.
All right. Helping the little brother clean up his mess. That's great. I bet you would love to clean up a lot of other people's messes too.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the placemat that you're drawing here.
Well, this is people walking around saying joy to help other, and this says turn that frown upside down, somebody hugging a homeless person.
Turn that frown upside down. That's what joy is spreading is all about. Starla, thank you so much for what you're doing.
My pleasure.
Back now with Jennifer Trout, the teacher of this wonderful class, and now I know why you enjoy getting up in the morning and coming to work.
I do.
Talk about these children.
My class is absolutely amazing. Like I said, I got to loop with them this year, and I'm thrilled, and I wish I could loop with them all the way until high school graduation. I mean, they are amazing kids, and they know that because I tell them every day. But I figured, a little extra something and make them even a bigger asset to the community than they'll already be.
You use the term looping, and for the folks at home that don't know what that is, talk about looping.
I've always taught 3rd grade, and this year I moved up to 4th grade with the exact same class I had last year. So I have the exact same students, but I just have them a 2nd year of teaching. So I'm in 4th grade with them.
How advantageous is that for a teacher and for a student?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It is the best experience of my teaching career. You already know all the students, they know you and your expectations, and it goes smooth as silk.
So from the very first day of school, there's no introductions needed
No
anymore?
introductions needed.
You get right to work.
Exactly.
I want to thank you for this concept of spreading joy. You mentioned how it sort of came about and it's growing. What do the students, do you think, benefit the most out of this?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing is I want the students to understand that they can have an effect on other people, including strangers, by doing the smallest thing. It doesn't have to be anything big, nothing that costs money, but they can make someone else's day brighter just simply by being themselves. I mean, giving a smile, giving a compliment, anything can brighten up somebody else's day.
You're at Parkdale Elementary. Yours is the only class, I think, doing this, but how much of an effect are you having on this campus?
We're trying our best to make everybody joyful.
Yeah, being happy makes you better in life. It makes you a better person.
How about Parkdale, a very proud campus, and you guys have done very well on STAR tests.
Yes.
And of course, these students behind you will be taking those soon. So talk about the overall concept of being successful here, not only in spreading joy, but academically.
Being successful, honestly, I've taught at several different schools, and for me, it comes so much easier now that I'm at Parkdale. I literally thank God every day when I wake up that I teach at this school with these children, with this staff, with this principal. It's easy. It all falls into place. The kids want to learn. I want to be here, and together it just works. This year with this class, I have no worries about STAR, and we're trying to do more fun than just.
Well, they're wonderful students. Students, I enjoyed talking to you. Congratulations for what you're doing, and congratulations to you.
Thank you, Mr. Caffey. I appreciate it.
You bet. This is Jennifer Trout. We're in our fourth grade class, and they're spreading joy, not only here at Parkdale, but throughout Waco, Texas. This is Dale Caffey reporting from Parkdale Elementary, where there are learners today, leaders tomorrow.